Welcome to AI Toolbox. Today we're going to be using Perplexity with Deepseek reasoning to create SEO content. And we're going to use a couple of other tools on this process like Ahrefs and Neuron Writer for SEO optimization. Before we get started, I will have this workflow. Check the video description for a link in case you forget any of the steps. You can just check that workflow. First, we're going to figure out what our keyword's going to be. Focus on keywords with low competition. So this is important because we don't want to go for keywords that we don't have a chance for ranking. Click Start. Below are the top 20 low competition keywords for camping gear in 2025. It gives you a detailed list of keywords with this estimated search volume. I'm going over to Ahrefs to just check these keywords just to get an idea of if the competition score is accurate. Let's look up another one. Inflatable camping furniture. This is scored as easy. This should be a good target. Now, the volume on Ahrefs is lower than what it's telling us on Perplexity, but that's not surprising. Ahrefs always underestimates search volume. This is a great keyword target. So one of the recommendations is easy setup tense. I'm actually going to go for this one. Is it keyword difficulty of easy? And, the search volume is definitely going to be more than this. We're going to take this. And now we're going to do some analysis on this keyword so that we can understand what's the search intent of a person that's looking up easy setup tense. I'm telling it to analyze keyword viability for easy setup tense, include search intent breakdown, competitor gap analysis, and semantic SEO opportunities. Because we want to make sure that we're creating content that is going to match what the user actually wants to read. Now, once again, Deepseek is going through its process of reasoning. Okay, here's our strategic analysis of our keyword, easy setup tense, and it's giving us first search intent breakdown. This lets you know what the person is looking to do when they find your article. 44% of these searches are transactional. It's people that want to buy a tent, so that makes sense. 38% are informational. People looking for setup guides, how to assemble a pop-up tent, etc., or comparison of different easy setup tents like Core versus Gazelle. And then the third is commercial investigation. These are basically reviews, people who want to read reviews about specific brands. Next, we're going to look at competitor gap analysis. This lets you know where there's gaps that your competitors have not written any content for. We can see that there's a gap in setup and care guides, missing in 72% of competitor content. Address gaps in winter performance data. Only 22% of top pages mention snow. So this is detailed information and strategy suggestions for the types of content you should create. Moving on to semantic SEO opportunities. This is telling you different clusters of information that you can make content around. Pop-up tents, instant camping shelters, quick pitch tents, waterproof instant tents, family camping tents. It's giving you also a content strategy saying you make a pillar page, the ultimate guide to instant tents, and then make these subtopic pages. SERP feature targets, ways that you can optimize for people also ask in Google. Technical optimization, add schema markup, trigger-rich snippets, target voice search, optimize for Alexa, geo-modify keywords. So it's given us with so much detail, so many specifics for how to take advantage of content gaps. Next, we're going to go over to Neuron Writer. This is an SEO optimization tool. We're going to use Neuron Writer to generate a list of NLP terms. So we're just going to start a new query, and we are going to follow Perplexity and Deepseek's recommendation to create a pillar article on the ultimate guide to instant tents. If you don't have a Neuron Writer account, just check the link in the workflow. You can do a test of it for free and check out if you like it. I'm an affiliate. Okay, we just finished our query in Neuron Writer, and it's analyzing the top 30 ranking articles for the keyword Ultimate Guide to Instant Tents. We're going to select the ones that we want it to use. Neuron Writer is going to create a SEO plan and compile a list of NLP terms that it recommends we use throughout our content. And it's also going to analyze our SEO score. Okay, so this is our content editor in Neuron Writer. And right over here, you see there's a list of terms. and we want to write our content using these terms and we use it according to the recommended number of times that Neuron Writer is telling us. First, we're actually going to build our outline and use Neuron Writer's outline builder. If you click here, there's an AI outline. You click generate outline, scroll down to the bottom, and it's going to automatically include NLP terms in your outline. And just click write for me. Now we have our outline, and already right here, this is your SEO score. This rates your article along with the top 30 articles in Google. The top ranking article has a score of 66, and already we're at 42. We want to be better than a score of 66 by the time we're done writing this article. So when we look through our terms, everything is in green. It's already being used in the content. So that's good. We don't have to worry about those. But we're going to go to these extended terms and make sure that these terms get used throughout the content. But first, let's take in our first section, bring it over to Perplexity, copy over some of these terms along with the suggested uses. Just going to tell it to answer these questions and sprinkle. I'm going to trim down this list because it'll be too many terms, and just include a few because we still have a lot more content to write. So I finished writing the entire article in Perplexity using Deepseek, and here are the results. Already we're at a score of 63 out of 66 that we want to reach. It starts off with just explaining the topic of instant tense, how they work, what the benefits are, comparing them to traditional tense. And then it gets into how to choose the right tense for you. It tells you, what features you should focus on. These little numbers are links for the sources that Deepseek and Perplexity are pulling from. It's really helpful because I'll want to link specific facts to those articles. And this is helping you figure out how to choose the right size temp. But where it really gets cool is it starts getting into specific subcategories of instant tense and recommending specific products. And it's telling us why it's the best. And it's also giving us these specs. Now, you definitely want to check all of this information and make sure the specs are accurate. And, DeepSeek, even though it's actively searching the internet and pulling these resources, it can be wrong. And then it gets into how to clean your instant tent, hand washing and treating stains, best practices for storing your tent, common tent issues and fixes, and how to extend the lifespan. And then it sums up its top recommendations. So it's telling you the best for families, the most durable, the best budget friendly. I'm going to complete my metadata because I haven't done that yet, and Neuron Writer can help do that. You can have it generate a title for you. It's creating the title based on titles of top ranking articles. It's looking at the structure and figuring out what terms it should include. We're going to create a description. You can go in here and change this and modify it if you want to, but I'm going to leave it as is, save it. Now we are at an SEO score of 83. That is pretty amazing considering that we, used Perplexity and Deepseek to generate the content. The next thing in Neuron Writer, go into outline and then click on questions. Neuron Writer is able to pull in directly from your competitors' content and from Google's People Also Ask. So Neuron Writer can pull directly from this and give you a list of questions that you should include in your content in order to rank for People Also Ask positions on Google. If you can get your content appearing here, you're going to really increase your traffic. This wraps up how to create SEO content with Perplexity and Deepseek. Again, check the description for a workflow on how to do this process, and also have links to all the tools that I used. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with more videos.